Got to hand it to the Boston Celtics. They had me sweating bullets there for a minute. Okay, my post-game reaction from yesterday's game with Game 6 and how that ended. I love how Tatum was up there too, and it's like, you ain't taking the shot. They have all the freaking momentum. I don't know if Miami can win Game 7. In the back of my brain, I thought there's no way, after giving up the 3-0 lead and then headed back to Boston with all the momentum that the Celtics had, like it just looked like history was on the horizon. Boston would be the team that came back from down 0-3. But that didn't happen. I'm not going to deny this game was ugly. Now, you could look at it from the point of view of a Celtics fan and be very salty and say, well, if Jason Tatum, this and that. If Jason Tatum was so injured, pull him. Freaking, who got injured? Who got in? Oh, recent. No, it was recently. In one of Super Bowl? No. 49ers versus the Eagles. And it was my own opinion. I never made a video about it, but it's like, when Brock Purdy got hurt, they should have pulled him out. Like it was a slow burn. Because it's like, well, he can probably give it a go. No, he could not throw it past 5 yards. Rip the Band-Aid off and put CMC in at quarterback. And personally, I feel like, if CMC was... Now, there's that one bad pass that went all the way to, John Lynch on the opposing 20-yard line. 5 rows deep into the bleachers. But to me, it's like, if he lingers, there's an excuse. And again, I'd hate to see injuries. Like, I hated seeing Giannis get injured. I hated seeing Ja get injured. I hate, seeing Tyler Hero get injured. Like, injuries are not fun. Injuries plague great playoff runs, and I don't like that. And, like, there was the excuse Giannis got hurt. There's the excuse that, and I hate having excuses be, an asterisk on a potential team's title run. Boston did enough. Like, Boston came back. They were down 3-0. Tatum, phenomenal. Derek White, his last second, tip-in is the reason why they even got to 7, which was phenomenal. Tatum didn't have the most turnovers in the game. He only had 2, so it's like he wasn't lacking in that end. And dude was still, let's check the stats here, 3rd. Dude is injured, but he's still the 3rd highest scorer on the team. That can't happen. And me personally, just as a, critiquing this Boston Celtics team, because I really do like this team, and I think this team, if they stay together, can go on lots of NBA final runs. And that rivalry that I called out between the Heat and the Celtics, like, this is not hopefully going to be the last time these two teams meet up in the Eastern Conference Final. Marcus Smart, he needs to have a better game. He only had 9 points. Al Horford, old reliable, he only had 8 points. He needs to have more. If Tatum's going to go down and only going to get, under 20 points, Jaylen Brown needs to step up, and he needs to put up a 30-piece, 40-piece. Same with Smart. And so it's an interesting dynamic. Honestly, everybody was cold all game. This was a tough game. It's awesome that Miami's moving on, but even Miami, they had a tough outing. What's Caleb Martin doing dropping 26? No, dude's a great player, and he's shown why these past 2-3 games to keep Miami a little bit of momentum as they lost it from game 4 to 6. But it's like, what's he doing scoring that many points? There's a lot of things to unravel and unpack. This series was a great series. I was sweating bullets there for a second. Like, after they won Game 6, I really thought there was no way. Like, there's no way this is happening. Of course it's Miami. But, dude, it was a great series. Looking ahead, gosh, I got to root for Miami but in the NBA Finals, but there's a lot that has to happen. Nikola, he's on a roll right now. And how fitting for it with both the NHL Stanley Cup Finals and the NBA playoffs. First times. Like, who's ever going to win the Stanley Cup, it's going to be their first time in franchise history. And then who's ever going to win the NBA Finals, it could be Denver's first. But everybody who's on Miami, besides Kevin Love, as far as I'm concerned, none of them have a ring. Yeah, Kyle Lowry, he has a ring. So for them all to have the chance to win their first, that's pretty cool. Gosh, now I feel like I'm rambling. I think I'll take the Heat in the finals, but we'll go from there. Other than that, very deserving. Jimmy's carried them this whole way. He's had help, with his supporting cast in these last few games, which has been awesome. Him winning the Larry Bird Trophy, very fitting. Very fitting, give him flowers. Like, he's carried the team. Like, I will cut Jimmy a lot of slack. I have no shame in it. If Jimmy Butler was playing about as average as everybody expected him to play in these playoffs, they would have gone home. It would have been the Knicks, or the Bucks would have found a way to come back from 3-1. They would have been at home like us on the couch watching this series. So, but yeah, that's my takeaways from this game. Fun game, good game. So I'll try to catch you all in the next video. Peace.